You ever sit down at the end of a long day, brain completely fried, and wonder, what even happened? Like, you didn't run a marathon. You didn't solve some massive problem. You just scrolled, clicked, consumed, and somehow you're exhausted. What's going on? Your mind is digesting all day long. Every headline, every notification, every 30-second clip, that's food, mental food. And most of us are eating the equivalent of gas station sushi for 16 hours straight and then wondering why we feel terrible. The monks figured this out centuries ago. In Zen Buddhism, there's this concept called shikan, just this, just what's in front of you. Nothing extra, no noise. They weren't fighting distraction because the world was calm. They were fighting distraction because the human mind has always been hungry, always reaching for the next thing. So, in the modern age, algorithms know this hunger, these cravings, even better than we do. We basically live in the cyberpunk novels people used to write as warnings. Except we didn't get the cool trench coats. We got anxiety and dopamine addiction. But here's what I think, and this is where it gets interesting, that the ancient and the futuristic aren't opposites. They're the same conversation across time. A Zen practitioner sitting in a monastery in 1400s Japan and you sitting at your desk with 14 browser tabs open, you're both dealing with the same fundamental problem, an untrained mind in a world full of noise. The difference is volume, that's all. The noise got louder, the feed got longer, the content got more addictive, but the mind, still the same, still soft, still impressionable, still shaped by whatever you pour into it. Think about your food diet for a second. If you eat clean for a month, you feel it. You sleep better, think clearer, your energy stabilizes. Now imagine applying that same discipline to what you let into your head. What if you audited your information intake the way a nutritionist audits a meal plan? What are you reading in the morning? Whose voices are the first ones in your head when you wake up? Some stranger yelling on a podcast? A doom scroll through headlines designed to spike cortisol? That's breakfast. And you didn't even choose it. The algorithm did. There's a piece of ancient wisdom from the book of Proverbs that essentially tells us to act like a bouncer at the door of our own minds. Guard your heart. Think about that. Not your house, not your wallet, your heart, because they understood that what gets in stays in. It composites. It becomes the lens you see the world through. So, practically, what does this look like? It looks boring, and that's the point. It looks like turning off notifications you don't need. It looks like unfollowing accounts that leave you feeling worse. It looks like sitting in silence for 10 minutes and letting your brain throw its tantrum because it wants stimulation. Let it scream. You'll get tired. You don't have to unplug from everything. You just have to be intentional about what stays plugged in. So, curate your inputs. Guard the doors. Treat your mind like it matters. Because it does. It's the only one you've got.